So in other news, Dillian Whyte just won the WBC interim heavyweight championship this past weekend, actually the same day as Thurman Pacquiao. He beat Oscar Rivas, got dropped in the fight. Really didn't look great, to be totally honest. He definitely didn't look his best. Looked heavier than normal. And it came out today that he failed a post-fight drug test. So now White obviously has some issues, and I'm going to tell you, and this is information that's coming, from Peter Kahn, who is the other fight guy who you generally will be with me. But if you know anything about the WBC, and like I said, I'm speaking this directly from what Peter's experience. And for you guys that don't know Peter, you'll find out he is a manager of several fighters. He manages Dennis Hogan, George Kambosos Jr., Ryan Martin, Chris Van Eerden. He's dealt with the WBC exclusively or extensively, and failing a drug test with the WBC, with anything associated with them, is a very serious occurrence. So Dillian Whyte was just trying to put himself in a position, basically to be the mandatory challenger for Deontay Wilder's WBC title. And now, obviously, all of that is in jeopardy with this. So to be clear, his A sample was dirty. Of course, a lot of fighters request for the B sample to be pulled. But in my experience across all combat sports, very rarely, I'm off the top of my head, I can't even think of an instance where that B sample was pulled and something different took place. Now, I don't want to speculate at all about what may or may not be going on with Dillian Whyte. I don't know. All I know is that he looked very much out of shape. And that in itself, can lead you down some different types of speculation. You don't really know where this is all going. And I see somebody in the chat saying it's serious when you're not Canelo. And I actually said the same exact thing, Z. I really did initially. But I will tell you this. When Canelo did fail the drug test, it did at least blow the rematch up. Right. So the rematch didn't happen at that time. It had to get postponed. Now, maybe if that happened on someone else's watch, maybe it wouldn't have happened. So the WBC by any means is no way at all a perfect governing body. There is no perfect governing body. If you want to be honest, they all have some stuff about them that, contribute to the negativity in the sport. But he's in a situation for sure right now. And the timing couldn't be worse. A fight with Deontay Wilder, while I would definitely lean towards Wilder, this would have been the biggest payday Dillian Whyte has had in his career. The biggest opportunity he's had since he was stopped by Anthony Joshua. Now, I firmly would expect for Deontay to knock Dillian Whyte out. Dillian Whyte has traditionally been too easy to touch throughout his career. And we all know what the consequences are of getting touched flush by Deontay Wilder. That getting up off the deck stuff that Tyson Fury did, that I totally believe that was an aberration. That is not anything you're going to be able to see consistently from any heavyweight. I believe that Deontay Wilder is truly one of the 2 to 3 hardest punches in heavyweight history. Right in the Ernie Shavers, Mike Tyson, George Foreman kind of category. So yeah, he's got a situation going on there. So we will see what happens as this develops. We'll find out what the consequences may be moving forward, but it does not look good at all for Dillian Whyte right now. So we'll see how it shakes out.